Good morning. It is the 27th. This is your daily reading from Raven. And I pre-drew these cards using a couple of oracle cards and a lovely message from the tarot. So, excusing my nails and getting right into it. Yeah, these are really a lovely balance. We have synchronicity from this numerology deck, the Tree of Life from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and the Ten of Cups. Immediately, all of these are kind of screaming for like sourcing yourself and balance, but let's see what they say individually for this day. I should note, since I wasn't here yesterday, that there was a new moon and a new moon in Capricorn and a new, a solar eclipse across the world. But of course, we feel it. It was a really wonderful time for setting intentions and also gathered with community. And so I hope that you felt it and that it was put to service for you. So that said, here we are in synchronicity a couple of days later. Synchronicities, yeah. So the council in this card with the deck is kind of like a faith and surrender card. I would say even a little bit almost like a fool card. I have always thought of synchronicities as being, this card aside, just what is a synchronicity and why is it important? They are usually the first breadcrumbs into a magical worldview. It's kind of the bridge between the fool and the magician. When you are listening to your intuition and or talking, sort of start to reach out through attention and listening to the universe, and the universe starts to talk back. And it talks back with synchronicities, with these miraculous coincidences that are like breadcrumbs on a path into your self-development. So to me, synchronicity is a call to action in a way. It's a request for investment. For some reason, I always think about, I was just in the beginning of my spiritual path at the time. But when I was in massage school, like over 20 years ago, there was a girl who was kind of talking to me about how she was starting to find these synchronicities and wondering what they meant. Was it a message from her grandfather? And for some reason that came to mind, and when I was thinking about what a synchronicity is communicating, because they're obvious communications, a sign is a communication. So what is it saying? And what it's saying and what it was saying to her at that time, I can't remember my response, but was, this is an area that is calling for your attention and calling for your investment. And if you invest in it, spiritually, emotionally, effort-wise, career-wise, in any way, if you respond with effort and openness, this is a fruitful avenue for you. Something needs to happen here that will bring you further forward. So synchronicities, I'm just going to go back to breadcrumbs on a path. They're leading you into the wood, up the mountain, underground, wherever your spiritual path might be taking you. Synchronicities are the signs along the way, and so this is coming in today. This we are getting led in this new year into further in a direction, and it's coming out in these really obvious, maybe not obvious, but if you're paying attention, a synchronicity will slap you across the face. They really speak loudly. So invitation to listen to that. And then the Ten of Cups. Happy card in the deck. The completion of the suit of water, the fulfillment of this suit, and therefore it's turning over. There's a lot of satisfaction and happiness and sense of community, emotional satisfaction in this card. In the way, I guess like the 6 or the 7 of cups with it, that's actual, like usually interpreted as satisfaction, with the guy and all the cups behind him, and he looks kind of smug. This is the fulfillment of that sort of like first kind of step into having your emotional, intuitive life be in balance. And yet the 10s are always the turning over of the suit. So this is the point of fulfillment is also the point of instability, where the next cycle of growth and rebirth will begin to happen. So, you know, this is, let's see how this ties in here. We're at a point of completion of some emotional and intuitive cycle, and this instability, I would say, is almost already like coming forward with these signs from the universe, with the synchronicities coming up. And that leads us into the Tree of Life. I am digging this card. I think this is going to be the one that's going to go on my Instagram. Beautiful image, of course, but also, God, that's my tattoo. I have a tattoo of this. That's funny. Intertwining tree trunks, tree all over my back. Yeah, the Tree of Life is universal symbol. Of course, it's from the Abrahamic religions and the Tree of Knowledge, Kabbalah. Also, the Americas, the Native Americas have Tree of Life awareness and symbolism in various of those traditions. And of course, Norse mythology with the world tree, Yggdrasil, the body of God, and all of its sort of multidimensional reality, which is sort of the source of everything, the source of the cycle of death and renewal, which in that case is pretty apocalyptic in that mythology. So anyway, the Tree of Life is everywhere. I'm not as aware of the Eastern traditions. I know it's there too. But what can I say? You know, I think that this is a symbol of sourcing. So you have the roots that are the source of nutrient and stability, and also connection to the underworld, as we see in Norse mythology with that dragon down there. Underworld wisdom, ancestral wisdom. And then you have the branches reaching up into the sky, which is inspiration. So I think what this is really a call to source yourself today, whether it be to dig down into earth energy or to reach up into celestial energy. But in any case, this is connection. This is the world axis. When you use meditation with the Tree of Life, which I indeed do plan to put on my website, the world tree, I should say, not the Tree of Life, which is more specific, but that is being connected above, below, and within, the 3 directions that are in the fairy tradition and others, above, below, and within. Those have always been central to my magical practice. So yeah, today this is just source down, source up. This is how you find your center. This is how you remember where you are in the matrix. This is how you remember not to start sourcing from the wrong place, which is just from within or just from without. Really, that's the wrong place, you know. All right, just getting back into this. Let's see if I can draw it together. Yeah, it looks like there's some breadcrumbs out there for us today, and that's because we are moving into a new level of emotional and intuitive awareness, and it's coming through this satisfaction. It is coming. There has been some like real soul feeding through this whole holiday experience, and we're right in the middle of it. Continue sourcing from that, and also dig down and go up today. I think that this is a positive feedback loop where being in community in these times is drawing us further down a road, and that using your spiritual ability to connect through meditation, especially visualization of rooting down. Almost anyone who has a little bit of experience in the magical world has been taught the grounding exercises of sending the roots through the trees or the spine. So at the very least, do a little of that. And soon I'll have all that on my website for you. So have a beautiful day. I'm so glad that you showed up. I would love if you liked and subscribed and hit that bell for notifications. And I invite you, as always, to go onto my bio or the banner and click the link so that you can see all the other offerings that I have to help you connect spiritually, to do this and this, get more of this and do this. Yeah. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.